Nuclear energy sounds like the ultimate power move, low carbon, high output. But here's the kicker. The same technology that can power an entire city can also create problems we still don't fully know how to solve. And that gap, it's bigger than most people think. Nuclear energy often gets marketed as the sleek, futuristic solution to America's energy demand, cleaner than coal, more reliable than solar, and way more scalable than wind. But under the hood, the system has friction points that even the most seasoned policymakers and engineers can't ignore. Today, we are doing a full-scale audit on the real limitations that make nuclear energy a complex, risky, and massively resource-heavy option. Let's break it down like we're optimizing a high-stakes corporate roadmap. 1. Nuclear waste that basically outlives civilization. The biggest operational bottleneck. Waste. Nuclear reactors create spent fuel that stays radioactive for thousands of years. The U.S. still does not have a permanent national repository for high-level waste. Most of it sits in temporary storage at reactor sites, kind of like stacking invoices on your desk hoping they'll sort themselves out. This isn't just an engineering challenge, it's a generational liability. The cost, logistics, and political gridlock around waste storage keep kicking the can down the road. 2. High upfront cost and long build timelines. Nuclear reactors are basically the enterprise software of the energy industry, powerful, but painfully expensive and slow to deploy. A single plant can cost $10 to $20 billion, with construction timelines running 10 to 15 years. In the U.S. market where speed to execution is everything, nuclear plants lag behind solar, wind, and natural gas, all of which can be deployed fast with lower capital expenditure. And if construction delays hit, which they almost always do, costs blow up even more. Investors hate that level of volatility. 3. Risk of accidents. Low probability, high impact. Yes, accidents are rare, but when they happen, the fallout is catastrophic. Think Chernobyl, think Fukushima. A single meltdown can cause massive environmental damage, long-term exclusion zones, multi-generational health effects, billions in economic losses. In the U.S., even a small incident triggers national panic and heavy regulatory intervention. It's a classic high-risk, high-liability scenario. 4. Security threats and nuclear proliferation. Nuclear technology always carries this shadow cost, the potential for misuse. The same processes that generate electricity can be adapted, under the wrong conditions, to support weapons programs. That means any nuclear expansion requires heavy surveillance, international compliance, zero error margin on security breaches. It's an operational load that renewables simply don't carry. 5. Limited fuel supply and mining impacts. Uranium isn't unlimited. While we have enough for decades, the supply chain is concentrated in a few countries, and mining it has environmental side effects. Plus, enriching uranium requires large energy inputs and precision-level technology that not every region can manage sustainably. It's not as future-proof as people assume. 6. Water usage, a silent resource drain. Most nuclear plants need enormous amounts of water for cooling. During heatwaves, when energy demand spikes, nuclear plants can actually reduce output because the water they rely on becomes too warm to use effectively. So in a climate-stressed future, water dependency becomes a massive operational risk. 7. Decommissioning, a long, expensive goodbye. When a nuclear plant reaches the end of its life cycle, shutting it down isn't like flipping a switch. Decommissioning costs billions, takes decades, and still leaves behind contaminated materials that must be managed with near-zero tolerance for error. It's basically a project that no CFO wants on their balance sheet. 8. Public trust is low, and that shapes policy. Even if the tech improves, public opinion often stays stuck on fear. In the U.S., local communities frequently block new plants due to safety concerns. Without social license, scaling nuclear energy becomes an uphill political battle. Nuclear energy is powerful and efficient, but it's not a silver bullet. The long-term risks, high capital costs, waste issues, and security concerns create a complex ecosystem that the U.S. has to navigate with extreme precision. As the country pushes toward clean energy transformation, nuclear may play a role, but it won't be the hero story people imagine unless these limitations get solved at scale. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit subscribe, drop a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Want more deep dive content on energy, technology, and the future of sustainability? Stick around, more game-changing insights are on the way.